Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Coaxium Cantina. I'm Benjamin,
And I'm Aidan.
and in today's episode, we are going to be discussing General Hux and his role in the sequel trilogy. Mostly The Rise of Skywalker, but the sequel trilogy. Now, this is because I saw an article from StarWarsNewsNet.com that apparently did the actor for General Hux. I looked up a video of how to pronounce his name and I forgot.
Let's. Everyone knows who you're referring to. Just
Domhnall
let's.
Gleeson.
Oh
Done.
yeah. Good luck. I was going to
Now,
say I
as
wouldn't
always,
have been able to go.
if I've mispronounced that, it's because it's me. I'm a retard when pronouncing names.
Correct.
So, this is what he said. Apparently, according to, I'm sure he did say it. Would have been nice. This is in The Rise of Skywalker specifically. So yeah, it would have been nice to stick around a little longer for sure. It would have been nice to see the spy thing play out a little bit, but J.J. Abrams knows what he's doing, and I heard a kind of gasp in the cinema when it happened, so I guess he was right. The film is what the film needed to be, I think. There's always stuff that you would want to see more of, but you can't have a 17-hour film. Apparently, that's not allowed. So I was happy with what was there. And then he went on to talk about General Pride and Richard E. Grant, who played General Pride. I actually pronounced that name right. I hope so.
Congratulations.
Imagine if that's not how you pronounce his name.
That would be painful.
Anyway, I've been a fan of Richard's work for a very, very, very long time. So if you're bowing out to anybody, there are a lot worse people to bow out to. That's what he said about that. And then he said whether Hux's story would continue, and he said a couple of people have asked because there is so much stuff happening in the Star Wars universe. But it's always about if the story's good, I'm up for anything. If the story's good, So yeah, bring it on, if so. And if not, I think I did plenty. 3 movies is a lot. 3 movies is a lot, especially when they're all shit movies. They're not all shit movies. One's a shit movie.
Well, that's where we can go into it.
One's a factual shit movie.
Yeah. One by definition is
one ticks a box of every
shit.
If you had to make a checklist of everything that happens in a movie that makes it shit, The Rise of Skywalker would tick all the boxes.
Yeah, I was going to say we're not pointing any fingers at one specific film, but it does, funnily enough, have the title The Rise of Skywalker.
It does.
Funnily enough.
So basically, Mr. Gleeson.
You're so proud of yourself for that.
Yep. Mr. Gleeson said that he was proud with what came out of General Hux's character in the end. If you with what happened in The Force Awakens, that little kind of fight between General Hux and Kylo Ren for Snoke's to be Snoke's number 2, if you like.
Yeah.
How that started, if you were the actor for General Hux and that's how it finished, would you be happy with that?
Probably not.
Because I definitely wouldn't. And I feel like he's not either. I don't know. I just feel like he's just not allowed to say something, maybe.
With regards to The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, I think Hux was actually alright. He obviously wasn't a groundbreaking character.
Yeah.
But for the kind of First Order thing that they had going on, I'd say he probably did better in Last Jedi, because that was very him-focused, if anything.
Yeah.
And I think he did play the character very well, and the character did get a lot of screen time considering what he actually was. He was a First Order officer,
Yeah.
or a high-ranking
Yeah.
First Order officer.
Well, the highest ranking First Order
Well,
officer.
yeah,
I think.
exactly.
But no, Phasma was underneath Hux, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the highest ranking First Order officer minus Kylo Ren, but he's not First Order, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, as you said, The Force Awakens, I relatively enjoyed him in The Force Awakens. I thought the thing that they had between Kylo and Hux was really good.
Yeah.
And, they both wanted to one-up each other, and I like that,
Yeah.
The Last Jedi, I think, was a step down, maybe, for Hux. He didn't do as much.
Take the call in my chambers.
that opening scene I actually did find quite funny.
That entire film, he was actually just getting launched about. Kylo pushed him about in the ship on Crate, and then
yes, but
Hux flung him
it's
across.
symbolic, Aiden. Of him getting pushed about by everyone.
You know what? I'd actually struggle to deny that, so please continue.
Like that was the point though, because he physically and metaphorically and literally got pushed about by everyone all the time, and that was part of his character, which I liked. Yeah. What I didn't like was the copy and paste of another character. Do you know which character I'm on about?
I'm trying to think, but
a certain Agent Callus.
I was going to say I've got the beginning of a headache, so I was going to say don't make me think.
Okay.
Yeah, he was his whole quote unquote arc, I'd say, was literally
no, his story in The Rise of Skywalker. I sat there in the first time of watching The Rise of Skywalker. I was sitting in the cinema, and I'm pretty sure I said to either you or the other person we went with, this is basically Callus.
Callus, yeah. That was the first thing that went through my head. It was like, I'm the spy. Callus?
Yeah, that was like, sorry, do you have a code name called Fulcrum as well?
Yeah.
And it's like, I really didn't like it.
Out the blue.
And it wasn't spy, was it? It was more just like, he didn't really do anything.
No, literally the only thing we got was a message from a spy in the First Order.
Saying Palpatine's back.
Yeah.
Which was arguably the worst part of the film.
Yeah, and that wasn't even... His defiance wasn't even hinted at in the other films because he was a loyalist through and through.
If there were aspects... I could see what they were going with about how, he wanted revenge on Kylo Ren. But I don't think revenge on Kylo Ren meant that he should help the Resistance. I just think that's wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
considering he was close to Adolf Hitler in Episode 7, I doubt
the comparison has been made.
I doubt he would do that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say Adolf Hitler or not, but just did. So there you go.
This whole video is probably going to get taken down.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we know Battlefront Hux, we know that he has no love for the Resistance.
You've got to explain that now. You've got to explain that.
Inside joke.
No, you've got to explain it now.
Me and Ben were playing one of the sequel maps on Battlefront a while ago.
No, when you say one of the sequel maps, you mean the only sequel map that we ever seem to get, bloody Takodana.
Oh, Takodana, yeah. And I think we'd... Oh, no, we were partway through. I think we were capturing a checkpoint or something, and we were playing the First Order, and we just hear Hux come through on the transmission going, "The dirty scavenger has joined the match," and we were like, Christ! Is he talking about Rey? Like, Rey had obviously just spawned in on the other side, so the AI had gone Rey. And there was just the most unnecessary, the dirty scavenger has been spotted on the battlefield. We were like, Christ.
Calm down. Just calm it down. Yeah.
It was very aggressive.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I
but
feel like Hux's character was a complete waste of time in The Rise of Skywalker.
it was just a
And to
massive
be,
U-turn to his
yeah,
ideas in the other
and to
two.
be fair, while Hux is probably the most waste of, actually, no, he's not. You could literally take any character that isn't Rey, and to some elements, Rey as well, and say that they are a waste of time in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I can find
So,
something to agree with there.
welcome to the new series of characters that are a waste of time in The Rise of Skywalker. I'm sure that's going to really catch on and, you know,
Mm,
be a
yeah.
catchphrase that
All the videos from now on are just gonna be us going through the cast list, going this character, this
even
character, this
Claude was a
character.
waste of time.
Claude was he was
He
meant
had
to be a
potential.
beacon of hope.
Claude was,
Claude was someone when I gazed upon him on the big screen and I knew this being was going to be a new icon for the
yeah,
Resistance.
he was supposed to
And
be the next Leia, or the next Luke,
or the
or
next
the next
Luke,
Han
or
Solo, or even all
but
of them combined with the addition of
but
Chewbacca.
yeah, and
He was
Claude was
supposed to
just
be the guy that 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 actually got the medal on time.
yeah, and he just
He just
didn't. They
no,
sidelined
yeah,
him along with everyone
yeah.
else. This
Claude fixed the
Claude,
hyperdrive or whatever he
he
fixed.
did.
I can't remember what he fixed.
He got the power surge under
Yeah,
control.
what more can you do?
Just guys, just please,
Spare a minute in your thoughts for Claude.
yeah. If you ever watch The Rise of Skywalker again, just have a moment just to appreciate everything Claude has done for the
You know
Resistance.
what? Next time me and you watch The Rise of Skywalker, Aiden, we will pause it for a minute on Claude.
Yeah, we will have a minute silence for the greatest figure in the Resistance.
Claude. He didn't even get a surname.
Anyway,
yes.
he didn't. Yes, enough on that drug-induced rant, because that is one of the most random
I feel
things
like
we've ever done.
anything that we say now is just completely and utterly means nothing to everybody. Our
It's 'cause we're mental.
reputation's just gone downhill with our opinions.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I would say that Claude was more entertaining than General Hux.
I can agree
Because
with that,
I
to be
believe
honest.
I did actually, I don't want to say laugh, but a a a sigh of enjoyment, if that's a thing, when
Well, that's the thing. Claude.
when Claude when Claude came on the screen. So
And that's the thing. He actually had another humorous bit as well. When the giant worm comes up when they're light speed skipping, he goes, "Arr!"
exactly,
I'm pretty sure.
that's
Yeah.
it's enjoyment. You get enjoyment out of Claude, something that you don't get from 3 films of General Hux. Well, I say 3 films. That was quite a funny bit in The Rise of Scar, but it was only funny once, and then it just kind of got a bit cringy. So yeah. Anyway, back to General Hux, as that's what we're talking about. If you want to see a Claude video, then let us know. I'm pretty sure no one wants to see a Claude video, but
I will praise that.
there you go.
That thing.
So, would you want to see General Hux in Star Wars again? As in
If
like
oh God.
a proper in a film or TV show, not as a game.
I would honestly take it because whilst he's obviously not as massive as Kylo Ren, if he came on screen, you'd know exactly who he is, and it would actually warrant a decent reaction. Kind of like, I don't know, you have it in Rangers: The New Republic, and then they're just like, oh, that's Hux's ship or something like that, or Hux speaking from the other side. He's a decent enough character to have a kind of big plot based around him.
Yeah.
and he's also nowhere near this extent of enjoyment, well, personally anyway, but he's kind of got that Thrawn-esque thing
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him. He's a high-ranking officer,
Hmm.
so that's where I'd see his use.
Yeah. I think now, from my interview analysis skills, which are close to none, um, he, as I said before, I doubt that he would be happy with his character. I doubt he would come out in an interview and say I'm so happy with the way that that character turned out, which makes me think that he's still involved in Star Wars somehow.
Mm.
And as you said, I don't think he's the kind of character that could carry his own show.
Mm. Oh no! I don't get me wrong. I don't think it would be
But then
a
again,
Hux show.
Cassian Andor can't. What Cassian Andor is apparently.
I'd say his would be cameo or inclusion level.
I would agree.
Nothing
And
bad.
as you said, I can't exactly remember when. I mean, I know it's during the Mandalorian season 2, but how close is Mandalorian season 2 to the First Order?
I'd say it's probably near the start. I'd say season 3, if anything, would probably be closer to the start of the First Order.
Or we might get it in season 3, season 4 of the Mandalorian. Because don't forget, I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been the actor for Moff Gideon said that apparently there's plans for like 5 or 6 seasons of The Mandalorian. So that should be able to...
We were theorizing that Gideon was actually going to be the creator of the First Order. It was a very loose theory, but it would make sense.
But that should take us right up to the First Order in Episode 7.
Yeah.
Because another complaint that a lot of people have about The Force Awakens, which the Force Awakens review will eventually get to, is that it doesn't explain how the Resistance and the First Order happened. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And before, I know there's people that say, well, neither did A New Hope. A New Hope had it in the text scroll. The Force Awakens didn't. Just want to clear that up.
And people need to read the text.
Oh, yes.
They're there for a reason.
Yes. If you don't read the text scroll, you know who you are. Yeah.
Not hinting at anyone in particular. Our mate.
Hashtag read the text scroll. That's, again, another thing that's going to go global within 10 seconds of me posting this.
Yeah. Along with the, Claude praise.
Yeah. So, any other thoughts about General Hux in general? Oh my god, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, please do it swiftly. I'd say Hux is an interesting one because his character was done really poorly in not Revenge of the Sith. It wasn't even alive then.
His character was done really poorly in a film that he wasn't in.
In Rise of Skywalker. However, I think with the right writing and the right scenarios, he could actually be a decent character. So if he was going to appear in another series or film, I would actually be happy with that.
Even if it's just like a random character, like I don't know, Ezra Bridger gets his own show and he gets a new suit, and then Hux just goes, what about your suit? No, sir. Well done. Which was pretty much the highlight of General Hux's Rise of Skywalker. I would call it a cameo because it really wasn't anything more than that. It's almost like J.J. Abrams saw General Hux and thought, nah, and just killed him off,
Yeah.
The fact that this is another thing that we didn't get to, is that they added General Pride. Why? When you have General
He,
Hux, why add General Pride?
in General Pride, also felt like we were meant to know
Exactly. It's
him.
like, yes, my Emperor, as I served you in the old wars, I serve you now. Did you? I
I his face though, I feel like I've seen it from
I mean,
somewhere.
he is quite a famous actor, I think, in stuff.
Well, yeah, it's a shame I don't remember those old wars then.
But yeah, no, it's like I don't understand why you would add um him, General Pride,
Yeah.
when you've got General Hux, who is loyal, more loyal than than Kylo Ren.
Mm.
So if you have him then overtake Kylo Ren, and suddenly you've got this like this what's the technical term for it? Versus that's not the technical term for it. You have this
Conflict.
polar views, binary opposition. That's the one. You have this binary opposition of two characters actually physically fighting one another. That was the most
Hmm.
confusing sentence I think I ever said. So yeah,
Yeah.
any final thoughts other than that?
Think I've covered everything.
Okay then. Let us know your thoughts on General Hux in the sequel trilogy and in the Rise of Skywalker. Let us know whether you think he was wasted, good character, bad character, anywhere in the middle. So yeah, if you got this far, you've wasted 24 minutes of your life. And yeah,
We congratulate you for
yes.
that.
So we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.